What's up, crew? Welcome back to Libertalia Game Supply. Now in just a few weeks here, about 7 weeks, we've got Legacy of Destruction coming out, and with that set, we're getting a new archetype, the Tenpai Dragons. Now this archetype has a really interesting play style. It's pretty much designed only to control the battle phase, and it doesn't really do a whole lot outside of that. Just any battle phase, mine, yours, whoever's, you're looking to control the board, summon as many monsters as you can, attack 20 times in a turn, and win a game in that way. Another thing that's interesting about this archetype is that it is basically just a skeleton of about these 17 cards or so, maybe give or take one or two, depending on what you consider a staple. And then outside of that, you can fill the rest of the deck with whatever you like. I've seen a lot of interesting things so far, and I'm excited to try them all out. Things like Sky Striker, Kaiju, even Rocket, like a Dragon Link little hybrid situation there. So a lot of interesting ideas, but I'll show you what I've kind of been working with here for now, and then we'll go over a few combos that'll really show you how powerful the deck can be. So I opted for what is probably the most boring way to build this deck, but I think it's very straightforward and it's easy enough to get the hang of, and so that's why I went with it to get started here. It's that same skeleton that I just showed you a moment ago, with a little bit of draw and a whole mess of hand traps, because turn one, the deck is fairly useless. You'll see in the first combo I show, it can kind of do something, but you're going to rely pretty heavily on all the stuff that aren't Tenpai monsters, and so hand traps just feel like the best way to go about that. Extra deck is mostly revolving around your in-archetype stuff, maybe the Hieratic Seal here and there. And then outside of that, you just get to play around with a few extra deck monsters that normally don't see a whole lot of play, and so it's kind of fun for that reason, just to get to see a part of the game that is abnormal. So now let's take a look at how these combos work. Alright, we'll get things started with the going first combo. The deck's not really built to go first, but there is some stuff you can do, and depending on how you fill out the rest of the deck, I guess you can make it work. So we are opening with a Bidora. We'll normal summon the Bidora and get the effect to search. We're going to grab our quick play spell. We'll activate that quick play spell, getting the search. We don't get the summon because it is not battle phase, as we are going first, and there isn't one. We're going to grab Yugioh. We'll use that Yugioh effect in the hand to special summon itself, and then we're going to link them away into a Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, and you're passing turn here. So very fragile setup, but I'm just trying to show the interactions you can kind of set up on your first turn. So we got the opponent set up with two monsters just to demonstrate. They'll declare attack. We're going to use the Hieratic Seal in order to tribute itself and bounce one, bounce whatever you want. Hieratic Seal's effect's going to activate to special summon, and we're going to grab the Milady. Milady's effect's going to activate, and we're going to special summon Yugioh from the graveyard. Now they'll declare another attack, so we can activate our effect to synchro summon. We'll make our Biden Dragon. Biden Dragon's going to activate to special summon our Bidora back to the field. On summon, Bidora is going to get its effect to search. We'll go with the field spell on this search. You could get either one. Both would have to wait until they pass the turn back to you anyway, and this kind of sets us up to go off on our turn anyway. Now they can redeclare attack. If they want to, we'll activate our Bidora effect to synchro summon again. This time we're going to get our Transcend Dragon out. It would change everything to attack mode. Doesn't really matter on our opponent's turn, does it? And then depending on whatever you opened up around our one Bidora that got us kind of set up with this in the first place, you hopefully are able to have slowed them down at this point, and then they'll pass back to you. Even if they manage to kill this, if you stay alive, as long as you have one other card to discard, the combo at the end will show you how to just push through and create game anyway. So on to the next one. For the second one here, we've got the one Yugioh to start us off. You can put out OTK damage as long as everything goes your way. So we'll start off with that normal summon. We'll get that battle phase going right away, and we're going to start off with an attack. On the attack, start a damage step, we'll use the Yugioh effect to special summon Bidora from the deck. On summon, that Bidora is going to get a search, so we are going to grab that quick play spell. We'll get an attack in here with Bidora, and then we're going to use the effect of Yugioh in order to synchro summon. We'll put Biden Dragon on the field. Biden Dragon's effect's going to activate. We're going to special summon the Bidora back from the graveyard, and then we'll get an attack in with each of them, do a little bit of damage here. We'll use that Bidora effect. We're going to synchro summon using our Biden Dragon and our Bidora to make our Transcend Dragon. Transcend Dragon's going to get an attack in for 3k. We'll use our quick play spell to get a search and a summon on our Milady. Milady will then get its special summon effect on summon. So we'll grab the Bidora back from the graveyard again. Then we'll get two more attacks in here with Milady and Bidora. Then we'll use that Biden Dragon effect in the graveyard to summon itself, because we have declared more than enough attacks by now. We'll get that 2600 off of Biden Dragon, and then we're going to synchro summon using Bidora and Biden Dragon to make our Trident Dragon. Trident Dragon on summon is going to pop our other two monsters and Transcend and Milady. Then we can use that Transcend Dragon Dragon effect in the graveyard to summon itself, and you would get a pop here if they have something on the board for you to pop. And now to finish it out here, we'll do our last 12k damage. Transcend Dragon for 3, and then Trident Dragon for 3, and then Trident Dragon for 3, and then Trident Dragon for 3. So at this point in total, you would have been able to have dealt 28,400 damage. A few of them are probably not going through with those smaller monsters because you're going to be playing against a board, but you probably are still good to go there. But if you're not, I got one more for you. We'll boost that total damage by about 10k and see if that's enough. All right, and for this last one here, we're just going to pump out as much damage as possible. So we just need the field spell and any discard, and we're going to do 37,000 plus damage, and that would win us the game multiple times over. So we'll activate the field spell and get the effect. We're going to search. We'll grab the Bidora, and then we'll discard that Terraforming because we don't need it. We'll normal summon the Bidora, get the effect to search. We'll grab that Quick Play spell, and then we're going to go into battle phase and start our first of very many attacks. We'll attack with the Bidora. You can save this attack. It doesn't matter. We're going to use this Quick Play anyway. We're going to activate the Quick Play. We're going to get the search and the special summon because it's during battle phase. So we'll grab Zhongdora, and then we'll get that special summon of Zhongdora. Now this attack we do need to declare. You can't save this one. We'll attack with Zhongdora. At the start of the damage step, we're going to use this effect to special summon the Milady from the deck. So now nothing can get destroyed by battle, or your fire dragons can't get destroyed by battle, and you will take no damage from them. And then we'll go and attack with Milady. We're going to use Zhongdora's effect for our first synchro summon here. We're going to make the level 7 Biden Dragon. On summon, we'll get that Biden Dragon effect. We'll drag the Bidora back out here, and then we'll swing for 2,600, and we'll swing for another 17. Then we're going to synchro summon again with Bidora's effect, this time using the Biden Dragon and the Bidora, and we'll get Transcend Dragon. On summon, the Transcend Dragon will turn everything to attack mode. By now, you should have cleared out the board with your 47 attacks, but if you have not, and there is something sitting in defense mode for whatever reason, you still have plenty of damage left to finish an OTK, and it will be forced to attack mode. We'll go and attack with Transcend Dragon for 3k. We're going to use the Biden Dragon effect out of the graveyard to summon itself, and then we'll declare attack with that Biden Dragon again for another 2,600, but at the start of the damage step, we're going to use Milady to special summon one out of the graveyard. We're going to get Bidora again, and then we'll get another attack with the Bidora for another 1,700, and then we're going to use the Bidora effect to synchro summon again. So we're going to use the Biden Dragon and the Bidora. We're going to summon Trident Dragon. We're going to use the Trident Dragon effect on summon to pop our Transcend Dragon on our field spell. It'll give that Trident Dragon 2 additional attacks, and then it will also double the attack of our Trident Dragon, so 6k, and he can attack 3 times. And then Transcend Dragon can use its effect to summon itself out of the graveyard. We're going to attack for another 3k with the Transcend Dragon. Then we'll attack for another 6k with the Trident Dragon. Then we'll attack for another 6k with the Trident Dragon. Then we'll attack for another 6k with the Trident Dragon. And at that point, you have now done 37,400 damage, assuming all the attacks went through. Even if they didn't, they would have had to have stopped like over 30,000, or I guess under 30,000 damage. But about 30,000 damage they would have had to have prevented at this point, so safe to say if you can get through all of this, you probably win.